Hard to explain to Americans how American foreign influence works because it's by design kept hidden and complicated. I know. But as a Turkish person who also lives in the United States of America, I try to do my very best, but it's like impossible for Americans to fucking understand it. It's like every single Turk in my chat despises Erdogan, except for like the hogs, I guess. But if I were to ask them individually, like, would you rather have a CIA puppet like Fethullah Gülen run the country? They would say, no. That's precisely the reason why Erdogan actually gained popularity after the coup failed. It's impossible for Americans to understand this stuff, though. Impossible. That's why I try to explain to people, like, most countries outside of the periphery that are still, secondary Western aligned nations like Turkey, or especially countries in the Middle East, might have anger and resentment towards their leadership. Having said that, they would not prefer an American CIA puppet who is also cut from the same background as Erdogan.
Break them up. For now, at least, in spite these bans that have existed.
I don't think many of the Gülenist Turks see Gülen as a potential leader for the Turks. I don't think they realize it's a CIA-backed movement either. Yeah, they despise Gülen for the same reasons that they despise Erdogan, because Gülen and Erdogan come from the same group. It's the same movement. Yes, they parted ways, but it was initially the same movement. Turkish politics is interesting. The Kemalists are, by and large, liberals. A lot of the socialist movements in Turkey, a lot of the workers' movements in Turkey are backed by the pro-Kurdish movements. So in terms of like permissible politics in Turkey, in terms of like popular support and popular mobilization, a lot of that is done against the government on the boundaries of liberalism. And many of these liberals find themselves to be like European-style Turks. They despise Erdogan because of his Islamist conservatism, and they think Recep Tayyip Erdogan, understandably, because Erdogan has done this, they look at Erdogan and his movement as like a disgusting, backwards, regressive movement, which it is, to be fair. They think Erdogan is going against the Kemalist principles of like liberal secular Turkey. Much like my criticisms of the Democratic Party in America and liberals in America, I have criticisms of the Turkish liberals as well. It's hilarious comparing Trump to Erdogan. Trump could have never outmaneuvered Kemalists like Erdogan did after 2011. No, that's fair. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right about that. Damn, Ninjammer, why the fuck do you know that? That's surprising. Are you Turkish? Turkish lives in a perpetual state of pro-European liberalism and nationalism, where they really want to be European, but when things heat up and EU tells them to fuck off, they come back to nationalist isolationism. Yeah.